Remember conferences? Those things that we'd go to, there was, I don't know, lots of travel, lots of fun, lots of learning, interacting with people, getting way too close to them from what seems like the normal distance that you should be apart from people nowadays. These things were a staple for the last 3 to 5 years of my professional career. I went to them all over the place. It was a great place to connect with people, whether that's colleagues, friends, introduce yourself to novel people that you've been reading their work of. It was, both a giant social endeavor, but a way for me to learn more. And there's ways around that with this pandemic, learning online from computers and things like that. But also, I don't know if you feel this, but are you zoomed out? Are you zoomed out? Another online meeting just seems and this is something I opted into, creating online content, living in this editing hole and not interacting with people as much. I'm okay with it, but it still is becoming even too much, it seems like. So the thought of a conference, when I see another one popping up in behavior analysis, it's not that they're not uninteresting information, it's just there's so much now. So I've been thinking about this quite a bit, and I had some questions for you all. Things like, are you feeling this too much online content too? How are you choosing where to allocate your time? In short, what has changed for you? Are you going to less? Are you going to more? I've seen some people that have a budget that they used to use to be able to go to one conference, an expensive weekend at the Association of Behavior Analysis International or something like that. Now they're allocating it to, dozens of different trainings online that they can capture. And I'm just trying to figure out, what the pulse is, the vibe is of the behavioral community on this. Not only because I've helped host these events in the past, but also because I'm trying to understand how to keep content flowing on this. One of the endeavors is we went with Team on Location, Sarah and I, my business partner. We go to places and record stuff. That is extremely expensive. You're talking in the order of productions to be able to get 10 or 20 hours of content out, 30, 40, 50 grand. And that's not even paying for the majority of our time. That's just production costs and making things happen. Not super feasible necessarily. We're kind of testing that with that. But when it came to this YouTube channel, I would pack in as many possible things that I could into a conference to be able to record from there and then edit and release those afterwards. It allowed me to share a lot of other perspectives, things that I thought was interesting related to behavior analysis. But those days in April seemed like they were paused for a while. And I came to accept that it was indefinitely, but now it seems like it's, I don't know, never going to end. I mean, it will, hopefully in the next 1 to 10 years, but I don't know. I absolutely value and love online information, online video content, things like this. I'll keep producing these sort of things, but it's the question that I sit with in this room, in this echo chamber of one, is how much behavior should be allocated towards conferences versus dedicated videos versus free trainings and free webinars. What is valuable to the community and how are conferences fitting into that? I've sat in a couple of behavior analytic conferences and I've seen some technology issues that should not be happening. I've seen some really interesting technology choices of trying to create these virtual presentation rooms that look like you're living in this 2D blocked Mario world. It just doesn't make sense. The idea of technology is that you are able to do something entirely different as a result of the technology that you now have. You don't have to repeat and try to mock what it would be like sitting in a virtual audience there. That's not interesting to me, at least. This one that I recently went to was Vid Summit. So it's a video-based conference trying to understand how to leverage market video, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, courses, whatever it is. And they did a really interesting thing where they flew people to different locations. Since it's a worldwide event, they usually bring people in. They flew their speakers, production folks to local places, made sure that everybody tested negative, and then they presented to very small audiences, recorded and streamed that to other people. So I'm also interested, is there fantastic, weird, different things you've seen outside of our industry? Because I've really personally enjoyed that. If you have any thoughts around this, I just sit here and I think on this and I could use your perspective. I will listen, reply to every single comment I possibly can on this. Just yeah, help a brother out. All right, peace.